Hello, welcome to Tuesday with Tally. We are talking today about finding that beautiful balance between having vision and goals and discipline and dreams and living in the present moment. Like really being present to where you currently are and finding joy and fulfillment in that. So we're going to take a look at, first of all, giving yourself permission to totally be over here and in this place of being present to the moment and where you're at, noticing what gives you life, what gives you energy, what feels expansive for you, versus like where are the places where you just feel like should and have to, and like it's coming out of this like I need to, it's like heavy, it feels like weight. So starting to notice, just key into what gives me life, what gives me energy, what gives me joy, what feels like it's unfolding in a direction toward what I want, and what feels like have to, should. Notice the places that you're shoulding on yourself. That's like a key, is just to start noticing the difference between those two things. Because the reality is these both are meant to be in your life. You want to have both, and you want to learn how to marry both of those. Because it's in the disciplines, it's in the habits, it's in the clarity of goals that you'll move things forward, and it's by doing it from a heart-centered, present place. So when you're always living out here where you think you're supposed to be and doing it all these ways that you think you should be doing it, rather than from a place that's centered, from a place that feels connected and aligned, body, soul, mind, and spirit, you want to find how to merge those two things. So there's a story that I heard that really resonated with me, and I've been using this lately with a couple of clients who are feeling this tension. So by the way, I'm Tally, I'm a life coach. I work with leaders to create lives of overflowing joy so that they can create overflowing impact in the lives of others. And one of the ways that I work with leaders is to find this balance between these two things. So a lot of my clients are high performers and they're like go, go, go. And so finding this place of presence to bring them into is really key. So I have one client who sold a business, really successful, a beautiful job, what he created. And now he's in this place of like, what do I want to do next? And he's got a lot of ideas. And so he'll find himself like, I think I might want to do this. And he'll start researching and he goes to town on it, he gets really excited about it. And then he's like, I don't know, I've had this other idea too. And so he's like looking at several different things. But he's like doing this self-beat up thing because he's like, why am I not like pulling the trigger on, like, what is it? I start to get excited and then I start to get excited and we kind of talked about this place of being really okay with just being in the exploring phase of it. Noticing where there's like see what you get excited about, lean into it a little bit, see if it's a viable product, see if it's something that you can really see yourself doing down the road. And it's okay if that happens multiple times. Like notice of all those things you're looking at, where you feel the most light, where you feel the most energy, where you can like really see yourself in that place doing that thing. And like just be okay in this phase of exploration, in this phase of just seeing what happens, seeing what might unfold. So I want you to think about that with you right now. Where are the places that you feel like you are regularly shoulding on yourself? Like where you're regularly like, oh my gosh, I need to, or I should have, or I have to get this, and it doesn't feel expansive. It feels like it contracts, or it feels like heavy, or like you're motivating yourself out of some kind of fear or some kind of guilt. So notice that first of all, and then what is it that you really want underneath that, and how can you maybe get to that place in a way that feels more like, it feels more like an invitation into something rather than a like you're gonna get punished somehow, even if it's self-inflicted if you don't do it. So notice that right now. Just like think of one area. Maybe it's working out for you, or yeah, we'll just go with the working out analogy. Maybe you're like, I should be getting in the gym. I have this goal. I said I was gonna, whatever it is, and you find yourself regularly finding reasons why you can't make it, and then you do this whole self-beat up thing, thinking that might motivate you a little bit more. But it's not working. Like you don't want to go, you don't like it, you feel like, oh, it's heavy, it's like contracted. Like think about what is it that you're trying to accomplish by going? What is the thing that you want? And then what are some other options for how you could create that same end goal in a way that feels more inviting to you, that feels more like you can be really present in it, you could really enjoy it. So maybe it's, I don't know, like signing up for a Zumba class, or going walking with a friend multiple times a week, or maybe it's something that brings in multiple values for you that would actually have you more excited and still get the same end goal, but in a way that feels like you could enjoy those moments. You could enjoy being present to more of that. So that's something to think about. Here's another thing. When I was talking about that client who is in this place of like trying different things, there was a story that I heard about a planner who was like doing the grounds for a college, and they had all the buildings and had the date for the students to come, and they were like, why don't we have the sidewalks in yet? And he's like, I'm not putting sidewalks in for the first 6 months. We're gonna let students show up, we're gonna see what their paths are from different classes and where they're coming from. And the students will tell us what is the clear, most efficient path. And then once we see that, after it's been developed through trial and error and just seeing what people naturally do, then we're gonna get the concrete out and we'll lay the sidewalks. And there's something about that that I think is really brilliant. So if you find yourself in a phase right now that feels like that, where you're just like, oh man, like this is not laid down, this is not concrete, this should be more strategic or concrete or planned out, and but it's not yet. Maybe you're in that phase. Maybe you're in that like 6 months of like, let's just see where things go. Let's see like where I naturally, in my intuitive place, end up. Like what is the and you'll see based on what you do, if you take the time to look, what are the patterns that you create, what are the things that are working, how do you go about doing it, and then you can lay it down in concrete, the things that are working. So my invitation to you is to notice where it feels light and where it feels light and where it feels heavy. Notice what feels expansive and what feels like contracting. What feels like invitation into something that is connected to vision, and what feels like you're shoulding on yourself. And just notice the distinction there. And then again, look at your goal in it. What is it that you really want? What's your heart's desire at the end of that thing that you think you should do? And look and see if there's another way that will work to get you there. So I would love to see your comments, like specifics that you're working on. I gave like a working out analogy, but it could be in all kinds of business things. It could be in relationships. It could be in your health. It could be in mindset. It could be in spirituality, your personal development and growth, any area, finances. What are some things that are working and not working, and what are you going to try? What's something new that you'd like to try, and just see the outcome that that gives you. But my encouragement to you is to be present, to give yourself a lot of grace, to just notice what's working and not working, and not do the self-beat up thing. So have fun with that this week. I would love to hear from you what you're uncovering with any of this, either in comments or you can reach out to me. And if this is supportive, this whole thing of being present, I think is huge, 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 especially in our culture. We are going to be doing a retreat October 18th through the 20th, Outer Banks, North Carolina, right on the ocean. We have a beautiful home. We're all coming together, a chef, we've got group coaching, and it's all going to be about practicing this place of presence, living from this place of presence to get you to the vision and the goals that you want to have. So would love to have you join us. There's an application. I'll post a link below, and have a beautiful day.